Hello and welcome back to Choice Bits of Bliss. My name is Cilla. This month for Through the Rainbow, we are focusing on a themed subject. And I've chosen Halloween because it's October and here we are. I'm not going to do a Halloween page, but I am using Halloween products. I'm doing a story from my childhood that is scary, and I thought that I would just go through my Halloween products. I purged a little bit, and it's one of those themes that I don't scrapbook often. I don't have a lot of supplies, but I have enough. And I had a lot of really old product that I had from when my boys were little. And my oldest one is 31 years old now. Yeah. So I just needed to refresh my memory about what I had, do a little bit of purging, and then I put it back on the shelf after I picked out what I was going to play with today. I think because this pretty much has a lot of the work done for me, that I'm going to use this as my base, and then I'm going to mat this a couple of times. That's roughly the idea I have. I have the sticker sheet that I'm going to use these alphas for my title, and I may use some of the borders here, and these will come into play somewhere. I initially got this text to matte, but I really like this black better, this black text, and of course there's a sticker on it. I thought maybe it had the name of the brand. I think this was Daisy D's if I'm not mistaken, but I may be wrong about that. This is old and it doesn't have a date on it, which is not important. I still like it. And I have one more sheet of it. And it probably has a sticker on it too. Now, this is going to be covered up because I am matting. But, you know, it's just one of those things. It's kind of getting on my nerves that there's a sticker right here where I'm going to use it. And it's coming up surprisingly well. So let's just work with that. I think I could probably live with that. Okay, I am going to pause and start putting my layout together, and then we'll come back. This is coming together very quickly because of the simplicity of using something that I had already had a lot of the work done for me. I used a border strip paper from Capehart, and I tore off the ends of the pieces that I wanted to use. I didn't want to use anything that look like Halloween because, like I said, this story is not specific to Halloween, but it was scary to me as a child. So I have the pieces here that I tore off. I want this to be the backdrop for my text, for my story, and I did not have enough E's, the letter E, in my alphas that I chose to use. So I'm going to have to use another font. And so the title is going to be Monster Under the Bed. And I will do in these round letters under here in between these two lines. We have our title down, and by using a large title, a long title, it gives you the gist of what went on without telling the whole story. But in my journaling, I want to go into a lot more detail about how I felt as a child, because I still very much remember how I felt. I was terrified, and how my older siblings kept talking me into going into the bedroom. And so all of that is going to be in my journaling. I will tell you what happened. This was not a single event. my dad, by the time I came along, I'm child number 8 of 11. He did not play with us very often. And this is one of the few games I remember him playing. He would turn the lights out in one of the bedrooms, crawl under the bed, and he would put a knit cap on his hand. And my older siblings would talk us younger children in going into the bedroom because they knew who the monster under the bed was. And it wasn't scary to them. Part of the thrill for them was for us to be terrified. And so they would talk us younger children into going into the dark bedroom under the pretense of whatever, you know, telling stories, because we loved for our older siblings to tell us stories. So we would fall for that one for sure. And, or, you know, whatever excuse they had. And we would go in, and when we would get near the bed to sit down, Dad would then reach out and grab our little ankles with that knit cap on his hand, which felt very foreign and very frightening. And of course, I know I don't know about my brothers, I would scream my head off and then run and trying to get away. And then them trying to pull me back and holding me, and my dad holding onto my ankle. It was just terrifying. It was so scary. So anyway, all of that's going to be in my journaling. I'm going to put it on vellum because I want this to show up a little bit behind my journaling. I want these patterns to show up. So that is pretty much my layout for this month for Through the Rainbow. Thank you for joining me. Look down below. There is a lot of participants, and you're going to be able to be inspired all month long. Come back. We will chat again soon. Bye-bye. This is the finished layout. I did print it on vellum, but I decided to come back and mat it on some white because the busy papers, wouldn't you know it, really interrupted the text when you can see through it. I didn't really think that through, but I fixed it, and I really like how this turned out. So there we go. Here is a story-based page with no photos. Thank you for watching. Come back and we'll chat again soon. Bye-bye.